Alright guys, so I stumbled across yet again another video of Matt Walsh demolishing a individual when it comes to this issue of transgender rights, which there's really no issue when it comes to transgender rights because transgender people, LGBTQ people have every right that every other American citizen has. But what you see is that these people really aren't fighting for actual rights. They're fighting for privileges, right? In that conversation about what privileges they should be allowed that people other than them don't have in society, we always have this question about what is a woman and biology and gender, okay? And, you know, once again, we have somebody that is transgender that can't seem to answer the question of what is a woman, okay? They can't give a solid definition despite the fact that they're telling us that, hey, we're women, right? That transgender women are women. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
How would you define a woman? Because you've asked other people up here to define how we would define a woman. How would you define a woman, Mr. Walsh?
Well, again, pretty easy. In my opinion, a woman is a biological female, right?
An adult human female.
And how don't trans people, how doesn't a transgender woman fit that definition?
Wow. Well, I can't believe this person's rebuttal is how a trans woman, aka a biological male, doesn't fit the definition that Matt Walsh just gave, which includes being a biological woman, right? Again, these people are not living in reality, okay? They're not living in reality. Or this person right here is confusing you know, gender and sex, which is something that they told us that we shouldn't do, right? We shouldn't confuse gender and sex. But again, that question right there, this person's setting themselves up for embarrassment.
Female.
Because they're not female. They have, you said that you are a biological male, correct?
I said I'm transgender. I might be intersex for all we know.
You might be intersex. What? Come on now, bruh. Come on, you a man. Like, come on now. Stop with all this cap.
Almost as many people in the world are transgender as intersex, and well, a lot of people don't know.
Well, but that's a different conversation. Intersex, that's a genetic anomaly. That's a medical condition. So that's a completely different conversation. That's also not a third gender. That's just that's a genetic anomaly that occurs within the sex binary of male and female. So what you're saying is that a quote-unquote trans woman is a female?
By the definitions I'm familiar with, yes.
So how would you define female?
Through my training in healthcare, there are several different categories for how we define sex. People bring up chromosomes. People also bring up hormone levels. People bring up all sorts of other categories. Lots of people don't fit neatly into a gender binary, even people we don't consider to be intersex. It's a complicated spectrum.
Wow. Wow.
It's not complicated, but you also didn't define. So what is a woman? What is a female? What do these words mean?
It's complicated, and I know you're not going to like that answer, but that's because there are no simple answers in human biology.
Let me ask you a question.
You guys, well, hang on. Just let me finish. You guys like to bring up high school level biology classes a lot. I get that a lot, but people who go on to more complicated biology classes will talk about sex as a spectrum.
It's not. It's not.
Well, biological researchers would disagree with you.
Well, then they're full of shit, the ones that would say that.
Wow.
There are male gametes and female gametes. Oh, I had one last question.
Wait, Mr. Walsh, can I ask a question? You don't want questions.
I just had one. I had one quick. Can you come back for 1 second? Because this is an important question. You said
Walsh is like, come on back over here. Right? I'm not done spanking that ass. Come on back over here. Okay, I got more for you. Walsh knows this person is clueless.
You're an EMT.
Yes.
Okay, if you're responding to a health emergency. biological male, somebody with a penis, is having a medical emergency, and they say to you, I think I'm having a miscarriage. Would you check them to see if they're having a miscarriage? Would you consider that a possibility for them?
Damn.
No, but that's because some people don't have body parts. Doesn't mean they're not a woman.
Okay.
Wow.
Sounds like we've established there are some people who, in principle, can get pregnant, and there are some people who can't. So there's two categories, otherwise known as binary.
Lots of women can't get pregnant either.
Yeah, but they're still of the nature to get pregnant. The only
But
reason
they can't get pregnant.
Yes, but
truth matters, right?
it does. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Truth matters, and they can't
Okay,
get pregnant. That's the truth. So how are they still women?
Because they are for the same reason that I can rightly say that human beings have two legs. And if a person is born with only one leg, that doesn't call into question the statement that human beings have two legs, okay? A person being born with one leg doesn't mean that now legs are on a spectrum and we can't say anything at all about how many legs a person has. Who knows? They could be a centipede. You know, they could have 100 legs. No, we know human beings have two legs. If a human is born without two legs, something went wrong. They were supposed to have that second leg. Something went wrong. If you meet a person on the street who only has one leg, maybe they had an accident. Maybe they were in war. Maybe they were in a car accident. Maybe they had cancer. A leg was cut off. But you know that something went wrong because by their nature, they're supposed to have two legs. Same thing for a woman. A woman by her nature can get pregnant. A man by his nature never can. So if you meet a woman of childbearing age, say she's 28 years old, and she can't get pregnant, you know automatically that something has gone wrong. And she can go to the doctor and find out what that thing is, even if they can't fix it. So that proves that women by their nature can get pregnant, because the simple fact that she can't shows you that there is something wrong. This is what is known as the exception that proves the rule. Whereas if a male with a penis can't get pregnant, no doctor on earth is going to run tests to see what's wrong with him. Because they already know it's that he's a male, and there's only male and female, those who can get pregnant and those who can't. So, that's it.
Wow. 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 He just destroyed this person, right? He destroyed this person. Wow. Somebody check on this man, right? Somebody check on this man. He might need CPR after that one, bro. Like, he might need CPR out of that one. Okay. Yeah. I mean, look. These people are so delusional that, again, stuff like this is not even, again, it's not that difficult, right? Like, I mean, when you're dealing with people who are not operating in reality, of course, they're not going to be able to answer basic questions about reality because they're not operating in reality. And they know that what they believe doesn't make sense. This is why this person doesn't have a real definition for a woman or for a female or anything like that, because they just want to be something that they're not, right? They just want to be that. And if you question them, then apparently you're engaging in an act of bigotry, right? Instead of, debating and trying to, come to an agreement on what reality is, no. They would rather just overtalk you, take away your free speech right, again, accuse you of bigotry and hate, because they know that their ideas don't stand up to scrutiny, right? They don't stand up to scrutiny. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, or subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.